It's not about how long we live, but it's all about how well we lived. And that's what matters the most. Hi everyone, I am Radhika Mangal and welcome to Whip with Raj Radhika. Today I'm going to take you around the niche, daring life and optimistic living. So, to enlighten this and elaborate it, today we have a wellness and mental life coach, the very beautiful Madhu Pandit. Hi, ma'am, and welcome to Whip with Raj Radhika.
Hi Radhika, how are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Pleasure to have you. Thank you for being on Whip with Raj Radhika. So, ma'am, today our niche is all about daring life and optimistic living. So, first of all, I would love to know from you how we can make our life daring. Or is that our life is totally in dare and we need to just make it a living a peaceful life? So, how to make our life daring?
So make your life daring is for me specifically, it's very easy. But for everyone, daring is a very different kind of a perspective in life. So maybe in a student category, so if you have a task to finish or an assignment to finish, that's a daring thing, and if you have a deadline, specific deadline to finish, so for students, that's a daring concept. And in a professional life also, if you have a presentation, that's a daring concept. So these are all the professional category I'm talking about, or all about the professional life I'm talking about. But if I want to talk about the personal daring concept, it's personal daring concept according to me when you're living from your heart fully, when you're fulfilling your small dreams basically. So if you have a dream to wear a nice dress, nice outfit, and if you have a dream to have a coffee with your best friend, so that's not very difficult, I think so. So so small things can complete our life. So for me, that's a daring when you're living your life fully, and you're using your all potential fully basically.
Exactly, ma'am. You mentioned very well. We make our life daring. Life is so simple. It's not at all complex. We are trying to make it complex each and every bit. Our life is a series of steps, but we are trying to make it as a series of goals. Right. So you put it very well. Exactly. So, ma'am, and it's already said now, ki just live your life with fully, or your life should be adventurous or daring, or rather, it's better to have nothing. Right. So why our life needs to be daring when it's too simple to live our life peacefully? Why we need to make that standard of our aura that our life should be daring to reach our goal or to reach our destination level, and we come up enjoying only at our destination level, not enjoying its life's journey level. So why we need to phrase it out?
See, if you're using this word daring, for me, if I have a goal, like if a simple goal we can take that we want to be successful in our career or in our life, so it's all depend upon your perception of life. What is success for you? For me, success is my work. For me, success is my friends, for me, success is my peace of mind. For me, success is when I'm healthy. So depending upon what is the success mantra or what is the daring mantra for you, and I'm very famous in my friend circle that कि ये मधु जो है ना पूरी दिल से जिंदगी जीती है. So ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, ये मेरे लिए ये कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, मेरे लिए ये मेरा जीवन है. For me, it's my life, the way I'm living with my family. So maybe the person is very daring outside, but the person is not daring with their own family members. So what is the use of that daring concept? Tell me one thing. When you're not daring in your family, you should live fully with your family first, then the outer world will come later on. So first of all, clear the concept of the daring. So what is daring for you? Your career is daring for you, your life is daring for you, your health is daring for you, your peace of mind is daring for you. So you have to clear the concept that हम क्या करना चाहते हैं basically.
Ma'am, actually, if we see in today's time, daring is all about relationships. We are daring the relationships.
Too good. Yeah. So
Right.
in this universe, if we talk about these two darings, one is the relationship crisis and the other one is the financial crisis.
Financial crisis.
Okay?
True, true.
Let's talk about these two practical aspects.
Yeah.
So what is relationship? See, we think the relationship also like a business, basically.
Exactly,
We
exactly.
believe in give and take. कि उसने ऐसा किया, अरे उसने तो फोन भी नहीं देखा, उसने तो मैसेज भी नहीं देखा. So we think we expect lot of things in relationship. See, we should differentiate between two aspects. One is the heart set and one is the mindset. So relationship is all about the heart set, but we get confused. When the ego is coming in the relationship, all the clash is happening in the relationship. That's what is happening. So relationship को अगर truly जीना है ना, तो ego को हटाना पड़ेगा. We have to. And what is heartful journey? Heartful journey is all about when you're living without the ego aspect.
But ma'am, I guess somewhere in between, ego is very important if you want to realize your importance to the world. Yeah. Right? Because the world will not realize your importance when you don't have any ego. So ego is not at all the negative aspect. If we see, there are always two sides of coin. One is positive, another one is negative. Obviously, ego do have a negative side, but if we see its positive side, then it's very overcome the negative side. Because that's where we realize our self-love, or you can say self-truth towards the world.
True, Radhika, you said very well. When we are into business or into our career path, for the identification, ego is very important thing. But when we are into the relationship, when we are into when we are talking about our parents, when we are talking about our siblings, when we are talking about the loved one, with whom you are in love, over there, if the ego is coming, then it is very dangerous.
Yeah, then we have to cite the ego from them.
Yes. And even in business point of view, and if you're doing on the negotiation part, if you're doing something important deal, then also you need to be very skillful at that time. So you need to introspect. You need to be use that discriminative intelligence power that is my ego is coming or this is my self-respect. So there is a thin line difference between the self-respect aspect and the ego aspect. In the business specifically, I'm telling. Even in the relationship also, you need to see where you are right. You need to be a little firm and polite at the same time, Exactly. And if you're, you don't need to be assertive at that time. When you're conveying your message, when we are talking about the heartfulness, when we are talking about the relationship with our parents or any kind of relationship, over there, we need not to be very rude or harsh. Yeah. So what we do, we become very rude and harsh because we are full of complaints and grudges, right? So over there, you need to be more respond. You need to be more respond in your answer. You don't need to be reactive in your answers. So what we do, we become very reactive in our answer.
Yes, ma'am, you said it very well. We become very reactive कि हाँ जो मैंने बोल दिया, जो ये मेरी है वो है, जो मेरा है वो मेरा है और ये मेरा ही होना चाहिए. और अगर नहीं मिला at the end, so we just try to do suicide or just immersed in another field, so some kind of subconscious like drunk or you can say drugs or any other addictive methods, right? So that's why it's very important to just stay strict to our response side, not the reactive side. We should not get addictive to that. Right, ma'am, truly mentioned. All right, ma'am. So there is one MCQ question and you have to choose one option among the following. All right. The question is, what should we dare to?
Right.
Number one. So the one is dare to take chances or dare to believe in yourself or dare to start over.
Dare to start?
Over. OVER.
Okay. So for me, it's a believe in myself, believe in yourself.
And I mean, today's time, we all believe in ourselves. You know, there's a concept called self-love. We all know the value of our self-worth or self-love, that we need to believe in ourselves. But when we do start comparing in today's time, comparison is, I guess, the foremost criteria that we need to adhere in today's time. And we all are adhering. But that somewhere lose our self-respect or believe in us. Because we start comparing with the another person, ki wo aisa hai, to why not we? You know, we all want to be the best version of ourselves, but we end up best version of ourselves by copying of others.
Right. So
Right.
if you're comparing yourself, see, if you're comparing in a right perspective, you know, if you're not jealous from that person, if you're taking all the good qualities of that person and at the same time you're not jealous,
Yeah.
you know, and that's fine, you know, that's a healthy comparison. But if you're jealous from your heart region, you know, that's not good. So who is losing the peace of mind at that time? The person who is into the jealousy or into the, you know, any kind of other negative emotions, that person is losing peace of mind. And when you're losing the peace of mind, then the whole life goes, you know, into yo-yo.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're doing comparison, it's fine. But comparison should be in a healthy direction, you know. It should be positive. And gain all the plus points in case if I'm liking something. For example, there are so many coaches, you know, in this universe. If I talk about my example, but I take all the inspiration from, for example, Eckhart Tolle, Robin Sharma, Deepak Chopra, Sri Ravi Shankar. They are all best coaches in the world. So in case if you are comparing yourself, your base should be very stable. The career base should be stable. Then you take an inspiration from them. Don't do comparison.
Exactly.
So in spiritual world, we don't. I mean to say, we don't recommend the comparison part because every individual in this universe is so unique. God has made us very uniquely. You have to believe in yourself. And another thing I would like to guide over here, that there is a concept called self-love, you know, self-care. So self-love is very, very important. In self-love, there are 4 categories. The health, you are taking care of your health, you are taking care of your mind, emotions and souls. But at the same time, if you're not caring towards the other person, if you're not caring towards your family, siblings, friends, society, teachers, mentors, then what is the use of that self-love? Then we become, you know, we are not a good human being at that time.
Yeah.
And we are not sensitive towards the other person. So self-love is not that you are sensitive towards yourself, but you are insensitive towards others.
Yeah.
Right?
Self-love is something that we need to balance both the things, about us also,
Yes.
about the another one also.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right, ma'am. So just lastly, what traits we need to add in our personality to live an optimistic life? We all say, ki, man, just don't live that pessimistic life. Be optimistic, be optimistic. But when it comes to practical aspect, na, ma'am, we all started living in pessimistic. So what traits that we need to add to live that life with full of optimism?
Radhika, very beautiful question you have asked, you know, why we should live optimistic. First of all, the life is very precious, number one. The second thing is, the life is a mixture of a sorrow and a joy. In Sanskrit, we call it dukkha or sukha. So, optimism is, you know, when you have a tough situation in life, when you have an adverse situation in your life, when you are going through with a bad relationship crisis or a career crisis, you know, then if you're smiling at that time, and if you're facing that particular problem with lot of courage, then it is a true puja or a true yoga in a spiritual world, we call it, you know. Okay. So optimism is, you know, why we should be optimism in our life. If we want to make our life successful, This is the first key, because life will never be the same, and everything is changing. Even your pleasantness is changing, even your unpleasantness feeling is changes. You see, after 20 minutes your state of mind and state of feelings are changing. So if there is an adverse situation in the life, that situation will not stay permanently. First thing. Okay, first thing we need to realize that situation is not at all permanent in our life, because life is full of dynamism. Life is not at all static. Number two, life is changing every time, because our whole body is changing, our feeling is changing. So how come the situation is going to stay forever? Number one.
Exactly.
Right? And for optimism, one should read little bit Gita. See, we don't read our scriptures. So Lord Krishna has given 18 chapters to Arjuna. You name it. He has talked about Karam Yoga. He had talked about Dhyan Yoga. He had talked about all the mind management skills. So Krishna is saying, then Arjuna is asking further, God, tell me what is the best path? Because he gets so confused. Krishna is telling them number 1, number 2, number 3. Arjuna got so confused. So what should we do now? Which path is the best for me? So Krishna said, you better surrender to me. तो मुझको आपको समर्पित कर दो. So पहली बात, जो भी आपकी लाइफ में समस्या है, उसको invoke the valor inside you, invoke the willpower. It's already inside you. Just sit and talk to yourself. In nowadays we don't sit with ourselves. We just only we don't busy have that kind of we say that we are very busy. But let me ask you one precious question. Are you productively busy? Or are you just like that busy?
We are only surfing the mobile phones, the feeds, Facebook, Instagram, and any other stuff, not any productive work.
Yeah. And my spiritual master says that कोई भी problem भगवान हमें ऐसी नहीं देते जिसका हमारे पास समाधान नहीं. Means there is no problem in this universe which we can't solve it. So you need a little skill and little maturity to see the problem. Make a note of your problem area, then make advantages, pros and cons, make it, and then work on it. See, दो चीजें hindrance है हमारी life में. There are two kinds of obstacles for a daring life or for a optimistic life. What are these two aspects? One is, overthinking, that we really overthink. Yeah. Another one is the laziness, procrastination. So are you taking appropriate steps for solving your problem, or you are just thinking and not implementing and not taking any kind of action? So first you analyze and then implement. So this is how we can opt the optimism in our life.
Okay, ma'am, procrastination is the main thing that comes in between, because in today's time, every youngster or every aged person or every childish baby, each and everyone इसका शिकार हो चुका है procrastination का. कि we all want to achieve a destination, we all want to achieve many things, but the one thing that comes in between is procrastination. कि भाई कल कर लेंगे, आज नहीं. वो कहते हैं ना, काल करे सो आज करे, आज करे सो कब, पल में परले होएगी, भोरे करेगा कब. मतलब वो आता है वो हिंदी में कि काल करे सो आज करे सो अब, लेकिन वो अब का काल ही चला जाता है कि हम कल ही करते हैं, छोड़ो आज को.
So how to overcome this procrastination that comes in between of our life's journey level to achieve the destination one?
For me, there is a basic funda, if you're living your life with the feelings, Radhika, if you're living your life all the time with your feelings, then it is not at all possible.
Yeah. You mean relationship feelings or which kind of feelings? Success feelings?
All kind of feelings कि अभी मन नहीं कर रहा, मैं थोड़ी देर बाद कर लेता हूँ या कर लेती हूँ, ये feelings ही है. Relationship feeling तो एक side पे रख दो आप. 50% relationship feelings हो सकती हैं, but 50% तो life से related भी हो सकती है ना. So first of all, you have to, if you want to achieve something very specific in your life, for example, a small goal you can take, you want to reduce your weight.
Okay.
A small example we can take कि हमें अपना फैट का, हमें अपने स्टमक का फैट कम करना. You are just thinking about that I want to reduce weight. कल जाऊंगी वॉक पे, कल मैं योगा करूंगी, but you are not taking appropriate step, you know. So जब तक आप feelings में ही अटके हुए हो, but you are not committed towards your task. So you need to commit towards your task. First you need to love your task. ऊपर से नहीं होगा. अपना जो भी आपका काम है, आपका करियर है, आपका जो भी पाथ है, you need to love your thing, you know, whatever you're doing it. So if you're loving your thing, you know, nothing can shake you, nothing can stop you. तो वो जुनून आपके अंदर से आना चाहिए. वो बातें करने से या बातें सुनने से नहीं होगा.
Exactly.
You know, we as a coach, we can always motivate, but the true motivation should come from your inside. The true inspiration also should come from your inside, you know. So there are two hindrances, you know. The first is the feelings, you know, and you are linger on, you know, you're, you know, taking a lot of time, you're doing self-analysis on the feelings, but you are not implementing it. The second thing is, अगर समझ में आ भी गया पर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में देर करते हो.
हाँ.
तो हर चीज का एक राइट समय है, और अगर वो चीज राइट समय पर नहीं कर रहे तो उसका कोई फायदा नहीं है. ये चाहे आपका पर्सनल डिसीजन है और चाहे आपका प्रोफेशनल डिसीजन है, दोनों डिसीजन में ये इम्पोर्टेंट है. सो राइज अबव योर फीलिंग, बिकॉज फीलिंग्स तो अभी मन कर रहा है, अभी आप साथ में क्लाउड 9 पर हो और 1 घंटे में आपका क्लाउड 9 पता नहीं पाताल लोक में चला गया. So you need to balance your energy, you need to balance your scattered mind, you know, which is scattered in so many places. So I would recommend, you know, read good books, do some meditation, pranayam, go for some nature walk, you know, to cure yourself, to cure your overthinking. These are the small steps and everyone can do. You don't need any money for that, you know. There is no bahana for that. Only you are not taking the first step. See, if you are truthful in your task, if you are, अगर आपके अंदर गहरा जुनून है तो कहते हैं कि सृष्टि का एक एक कण आपकी मदद करेगा. So I am the live example of that.
Okay.
If you are truthful in your work, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to make a slightest difference in this universe, if you are truthful, everything is possible. You know, in Yog Vashishta, there is a book called Yog Vashishta. There is a unique conversation between Rishi Vashisht and Bhagwan Ram. तो भगवान राम को बहुत डिप्रेशन हुआ था, उसी पर ये किताब है. तो उसमें एक चैप्टर है मन की अद्भुत शक्तियां, यानी द पावर ऑफ माइंड. It's all about the power of mind. Where do you want to focus? You want to focus on abundance side or scarcity side? So if you're focusing on abundance side, if you're focusing on the grace, if you're feeling full of gratitude, and you know, everything is possible. And if you are all the time cribbing, if you're all the time complaining, then that will happen in your life. So you have a choice, you know. So God is not going to come with a flute ki अरे बच्चा तुम ये choose करो. You need to invoke your intelligence power. You need to work on that. No one is going to help you except yourself.
So, ma'am, like you mentioned that abundance and scarcity, that very well relates to mine, because I always complain about my life. Ki God, why not this, and why to him or why to her? Mujhe ye, whatever I want to do in life, I just want it within seconds. Ki whatever things I want, I just want it within seconds. And you have mentioned very well, just be grateful towards the God, whatever he or she is providing to us, that matters the most, rather than something that comes on our way. Obviously, that will come. Just we have to take our time. We need to take our time to have that thing, to achieve that thing. So firstly, it's very well grateful to be grateful and blessed whatever we are having. All right, ma'am. So it's lovely talking to you, and we realize that just life is so simple. We are itself who are making it daring. So just live your life simply and be the best version of yourself.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. It's
Thank
lovely
you.
talking to you. Thank you so much,
Take
ma'am.
care. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
my love and blessings. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.